Okay, so in today's video about Algorand, I want to talk about the recent move down that we got in the last 48 hours and tell you why, in my opinion at least, there is nothing to be worried about, and odds are that downsides in Algo and also a lot of altcoins are extremely limited, and I think soon we are going to hit the bottom. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you are having a great time with your family and loved ones, and if you remember, the last time that we talked about Algorand, I think we were somewhere around these areas, and I was saying, you know what, I want to see another move down from here, and in that move, I'm thinking we might take this low, and are we going to take this one? I was saying at that point, probably not, but even if we take it, there's nothing to be worried about. So what happened? Definitely not my primary case, and in the short term, as you can see, we did get a relatively, I would say, decent move down, and in it, we took this low about, let's say, 2.2 cents. Now, is it going to be such a bad sign? In my opinion, no. And I have two very important reasons for it. Number one, in terms of classic technical analysis, meaning support and resistances, I think I also talked about this subject in the previous video. You see, this is an unbelievably important support in Algorand from weekly and daily time frame at the same time between 2.7 to about 3.25 cents. Now, you might say this is broken. In order for you to be able to say with quite a bit of confidence that this is now confirmed as a broken support area, you need to see in weekly time frame a candle close under the region, followed by that a pullback, and then a continuation of the move down in order to take this low. Do we have this or not? Let's go on weekly charts, zoom in more. Sorry about that one. Okay, so as you can see, so far we are having, I would say, only a candle close. So even this one still shouldn't be considered as a broken support area, but that is not the point, because I was saying, even if you want to say that this is broken, okay, the thing in Algorand is that under here, we are also having another unbelievably important support, this time only from weekly chart, and it's going to be around this red region between 2 to about, let's say, like 2.1 cents. That's why in the previous video, I said, look, if we get another move down in Algo and we take this low, at that point, I'm not really expecting Algorand and also, for that matter, a lot of other altcoins to go a whole lot lower, and I'm expecting a bounce back after that to come soon. Now, I still stand by what I said, and here is something very interesting for you in terms of Elliott's waves. You see, usually we are saying a truncated wave in terms of Elliott's waves can happen when we get a very strong wave 3, and in that phase something like a massive liquidation event happens. And even when we are having some sort of a liquidation event happening into a wave 3, in case that we are going to into our wave 5 take this low, we're gonna say our move down is not actually going to be that strong. Understood? Okay, because in terms of Elliott's waves, I'm thinking we are actually completing a 5-wave impulsive structure down, and who knows, maybe from this high, this is going to be wave 1, correction for wave 2, I would say probably to about here, and it's going to be in form of a running flat structure, big move down into wave 3, correction for 4, another move on the downside into wave 5. And in our wave 3, you remember it, we had a massive liquidation event happening, so it makes perfect sense to say that our final move down into wave 5 is not really going to get that much extended, and odds are, once more I'm going to say it, we are probably not going to get a break of this unbelievably important support area. Does this mean from here we are going to get a very strong bounce back? We can do that. I don't really have anything against it. However, ideally I want to see another move down. Why is that? Because what do we have in our last leg? I'm guessing this might be 1, correction for 2, big move down into wave 3, and this move on the upside might be a correction for 4. And I'm gonna say, in case that we see another move down into wave 5 in Algorand in order to take this low, we shouldn't really be worried at all. A red flag in Algorand is gonna be a break of this important support, which the lower band of it is about 20 cents. And again, in my opinion, most likely this support is going to hold, and we are indeed on our way to complete this move down and hopefully start another fantastic move on the upside, which in it, I told you, I believe we are going to go at least to somewhere around $8 and probably much more higher than that. So in terms of overall structures, not a whole lot has changed. Now, here is another very important reason for you to believe this move down is going to come to an end soon. Once more, in terms of Elliott's waves, whenever you are having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down, something like this, and in your wave 3 you see a decent liquidation event, at that point you can say, in case that in our wave 5 we're going to take the low of our wave 3, in here we are most likely going to have a bullish divergence either in RSI or MACD, or who knows, maybe both. And based on that, let's go on daily time frame and see what is happening in terms of indicators. Sorry about that one. Okay, so what do we have in MACD? This is a low, the other one is a higher low, and also in terms of momentum, the situation is pretty much the same. However, on the live chart, this is a low, the other one is a lower low. So in MACD, we are definitely having a bullish divergence, and in RSI, at least in daily time frame, we do not have that. But pay attention to the fact that we are at the moment somewhere very, very close to oversold area, which suggests most likely bears are very much exhausted and bulls soon probably going to have the upper hand. Also, in H4 time frame, what is happening? Okay, now this is actually much more clear, because in MACD, this is a low, the other one is a higher low, very clearly. Also in RSI, the situation is pretty much the same. So in H4 time frame, we are actually having better divergences, suggesting either, again, we have reached to our final bottom, or we are extremely close to reach to our final bottom. And when you combine these signals to the fact that we are at the moment above this very important support area, well, at that point, you're going to have a solid case for why Algorand overall and in the midterm is looking fantastic and bullish, and odds are on a higher degree. I told you so many times, we are completing the subwaves for a larger degree wave 2, because this can be a 1, this can be a 2, and what's going to happen after our wave 2 is over? Well, according to this scenario, we are going to get a very strong move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5, and the bare minimum target, pay attention to this, just the bare minimum target only for this wave 3 is going to be reaching to somewhere around the next important resistance area all the way up here between 1 to about, let's say, like $1.2. And even after completing this red 5 wave up, odds are that we just completed the subwaves for a larger degree wave 3, and then we're going to have quick corrective movement into wave 4, and even after that another big move on the upside into wave 5. So overall, in Algorand, in my opinion, we are looking fantastic, and I'm hoping that our move down soon is going to come to an end. And I know it has been extremely annoying, but that is a characteristic of a corrective movement. Number one, it's very slow and choppy, and number two, in case that we are completing a correction into wave 2, it's kind of going to be a relatively deep move on the downside. So if you are frustrated, I think you have every single right to be. But from here moving forward, I'm hoping that you're actually going to be happy, because when our move up happens, it's going to be like very fast and quick, like this one right in here, which happened. If I just take this one and measure it in about, as you can see, only 29 days. And on the other hand, this move down happened in about what? As you can see, 94 days. So the next move up in Algorand is going to be magnificent, and I think it's going to happen in a heartbeat. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Algorand's chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.